Is this Meghan Markle's biggest risk ever? As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today, and as ever, thank you for taking the time out to join me. Truly appreciated. Whatever you're doing, do take care of yourselves. Yes, we're hurtling towards Easter, and I've noticed a couple of things actually. The Easter eggs are coming down in price. I know it's fatal, isn't it? Because you do sort of think, not that pricey now, but wait until after Easter. That's my motto. They'll all be reduced then. And if you can convince, your grandchildren or your children to do the same, just think of the money you'll save. I know it's hard, isn't it? Back as ever to your royal story of the day. As we now know, Meghan Markle is becoming a lifestyle guru to the rich and famous, and commoners like you and me will apparently want to emulate her lifestyle. I'm not quite sure what her lifestyle is though, do you? It seemingly is a lot of money, whichever way you look at it. But what I find fascinating about this whole project is how it's sort of been put together in many respects quite badly. You think, well, there's the fuzzy video and there's no sort of backup, you can't buy anything, seems to have stalled at Instagram. Where's the marketing? How come you're looking for a CEO right now? Shouldn't all of those things been put in place in the beginning? That's what I would say. Surely that would be the deal, put that in the beginning. But as ever, never really that organised. I think what's fascinating as well, literally, about this latest project is the fact that she seems to be scattergunning the ideas around to encompass everything. Meghan's recently trademarked the fact that she is allegedly going to be selling makeup. Now, let me tell you, this is her biggest risk to date. Truly, I've worked with many different people who have had incredible success, like this particular lady, Charlotte Tilbury. Worked with many celebrities who've got their own makeup brand. This particular lady, for instance, Charlotte Tilbury, one of the most successful business women literally in that particular market. And I've been told, you see, that Meghan and her team were hopeful that a major makeup brand would come forward and, want her to be an ambassador, particularly something like Elizabeth Arden, Revlon, stuff like that. And sadly, that hasn't come forward for her. Hence the reason that she now wants to go into the makeup arena. But as Dame Joan Collins found out, who also launched her own makeup brand a few years back now, it starts off well, but it's the commitment that you need to make it work. And the critics are pretty ruthless, possibly far more ruthless about makeup than anywhere. You see, if you get a good makeup, then obviously people will pay the money, and then it starts to get good reviews and it builds up. If you go down a different route and the makeup is relatively cheap, then of course you're going to get the negatives, and suddenly you're the dollar store, pound store, queen of makeup, etc. This is possibly the most riskiest of ventures, and let me tell you, one of the most costly too, because to put makeup together, particularly with the design, the tests, all the sort of needs of the people around that to make that brand look good, it is going to be incredibly risky. According to a very well-placed source, her team around her said to wait for this particular sort of venture, focus on the other areas first. But Meghan apparently sees herself as a fashion plate, a fashion icon, receiving so many messages about her eye makeup, lipstick colour, the fashion choices that she wears. She feels that this will be a surefire winner, as many people can testify to, including Charlotte Tilbury, who's worked with so many famous brand ambassadors over the years. It is really a fireball of stuff. If it's successful, yes, but if it doesn't work, it can be incredibly costly to you and, more importantly, your brand. Meghan, as ever though, is determined to make sure she makes up for any naysayers. Do you like that pun? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.